Hello, 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 everyone. Boop, boop, boom, 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 boom. Shock, boom, boom. Welcome to the Fight Boss Podcast. I'm your host, Turbo the CEO, brought to you by Trinity Entertainment, Trinity Music Group. How's everybody doing? Good, good, good. Let's give a clap for everyone out there who is joining us. And welcome to episode 9. Episode 9. We're going to be talking about morality and individual reality. I know y'all like, well, what is that? We'll get into that in a few minutes. But I have to tell you guys, it's been a great week. I owe you guys a show, and we're going to get back to that show as soon as Johnny Rio and I can schedule it out and get on the proper platform. Speaking of which, shout out to the Johnny Rio. Find him on Facebook, Instagram, and some other sites out there. He's involved in things of that nature. Shout out to our viewers. I got heads up this week that I have viewers watching the show, watching the platform. Shout out. We appreciate you. Thank you for stopping in and checking us out. And shout out to everyone who is with us and is always with us. And remember, it only takes a few seconds. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Do that. Appreciate you. Check us out on YouTube at the Final Boss Podcast. And any questions or you would like to join us on the show, shoot me an email at info@thefinalbosspodcast.com. The one and only. Listen, Tuesday, I got to get all these announcements out. A lot going on. Tuesday, we're going back to the gun range, back at Black Tactical out in Indian Head, Maryland, with my boy Marcus at Merlin_ready. Hit him up. HQL classes, concealed carry. This week we're going to be talking about home defense and zeroing a weapon. You don't want to miss that. A lot of y'all out there think you're shooters. You're not. You couldn't hit a target 10 feet in front of you. Trust me, I know. I've seen it. Trust me. I know. Shout out there to the believers. Also this week, we got a special edition that we're going to be running in the series starting Wednesday. From Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We will be back with the Wealth Strategists, continuing our conversation on financial wealth health. Again, that's Wednesday through Friday, special edition. We're going to close up that conversation on financial wealth health with Miss Cynthia Shinkanse. Check her out. She's the wealth strategist. Got a lot of information that we're going to get out to you guys in reference to life insurance policies, retirement, IULs, AFLAC, and any other concerns you want to check out, to include making more money with the money you have, investing, and saving on tax dollars. So, tonight's show, morality and individual reality. Boom. Man, listen, there's 8 billion people on this planet. Each person is and has their own reality. 8 billion different realities. And guess what? In your own reality, are the hero, the protagonist, the savior, and each one of us, the hero of our own story. That's not right. There's something definitely ethically wrong with that picture and that thought process. So here I am bringing it to you as we discuss morality and individual reality as it relates to killing the ego. Yeah, it's time to kill that ego. We're going to talk more about that in a few. So, the concept of morality and individual reality as it relates to killing the ego dwells into an intersection of what I like to call ethical decision making, which transcends into personal identity, self interest, um, so many other different subclasses or subtopics that can relate to this topic. But we're going to go in from my perspective, in my opinion. Oh, by the way, this is for entertainment purposes only. I always forget that disclaimer, but it's out there now. So, killing the ego is the process of relinquishing self centered desires, attachments, egocentric tendencies, pursuit of ethical and spiritual growth. It has profound implications and moral considerations. Think about the election climate, right? Think about the election climate, moral considerations, profound implications on your decision making. From an ethical standpoint, you know, killing the ego can be seen as what I like to call a transformative process. It would challenge you and it could be challenging. You have to rewire your thought process. Instead of putting you first, you put your morals and values first. And before you make that decision, you think about the outcome. We're going full circle. And as you would, as those who've been watching, all of my episodes tie into one another. It goes back to the first episode, personal convictions. Then we were talking about safety, security of oneself and one's family at the gun range. Then we were talking about taking safety measures and utilizing and building a bug out bag, having alternate routes of emergency communication and transportation. From there, we talked about words have power. From words have power, we want to get your finances together. And then last week, Johnny Rio and I were going to get smart on some technology, but that didn't happen. And tonight, bring it again, bring things full circle, morality and individual reality. You have to be compassionate, right? You have to be compassionate. These self serving motivations are good. It's okay. But understand that they have consequences. Understand that you have to do things in a moral pers- pers- perspective. You have to have a moral perspective, a moral compass, in other words. And it shifts your egocentric morality and the framework in that and gives you a broader and doing that gives you and or it will have a broader impact on your actions and how it affects others. In the realm of individual reality, the process of killing the ego can influence moral decision making, understanding the consequences of one's behavior, transcending self interest, and acknowledging the moral significance of your decisions. 8 billion people on the planet. That's a large web of relationships and social dynamics. Social dynamics. We're all connected. It's a giant web of influence that can be changed. And you can see that we are, I'm not going to say we are, I'm going to say some of us are living in an echo chamber, right? Our thought process, we're in a echo chamber, a prevalence of echo chambers where we only talk to like-minded people. We only agree with like-minded subjects. Our political views are all aligned. We only watch things that are aligned with our views, not taking uh, the perspective of the opposition, or as the kids would say, the op. Furthermore, in the pursuit of killing the ego, a moral imperative intersect of philosophical and spiritual perspectives, and basically ethical living with a purpose, living to do great, living to do good, without having to step on a little man, without having to put those in harm's way because of your decision making. Excelling beyond what you know now, excelling beyond the thought process of what you've been doing. It can have tremendous effect on your life and others around you. Positive impact. Additionally, the process of killing the ego can foster a deep sense of ethical responsibility. Think about that. Ethical responsibility. You know, a lot of businesses are supposed to have practice ethical um, uh, business conducting or conducting business. I'm a business major, so I know these things. And my graduate is in leadership and management and leadership. Still working on that. It's coming. But to sit here and say that I'm perfect, I'm not perfect, but I'm changing my thought process, or I have changed my thought process as it relates to how I conduct business relationships. Been working on myself, killing my own ego, improving integrity, having empathy, and believing in justice, right? Believing in justice. Where's the convictions? We talked about personal convictions. Where's the convictions in all of this? Where's the convictions? What's wrong? The world needs to have more convictions. That's what's wrong with the world. We're being too passive. Oh, it's okay. Oh, that's all right. It's not. It's not okay. We need to get back to standing up for what we believe in. You should be mad. Be hold on, deep voice. You should be mad.
Awesome.
You should be mad. Mad at what you're given. Mad at the things you're made to believe. Mad at the options you have in front of you. Be mad at it. Be mad at two flavors of the same coin, both presenting to be anti-heroes. Is that the way that is that justice? Is that the direction we're headed in? Anti-hero? I guess we've been doing it for a while. Be encouraging and doing a reevaluation on how you do things, how you present yourself, how you make decisions. Be having a compassionate approach. It's all in us. God made us out of love. God made us out of love. 8 billion people out of love. When you examine the relationship between morality and individual reality and the concept of killing the ego, there's transformative potential and ethical growth. Can have a profound impact on you, your loved ones, and the things around you. In the next couple of months, you're going to realize how important it is to be compassionate. What happens if all hell breaks loose? Who are you going to depend on? Who can you depend on? Who can you trust? What relationships can you foster? How can you categorize what people are in their position to you in a race of survival? Just if all hell breaks loose, you have to think ethical, having ethical awareness, individual realities. 8 billion people with one common goal, one commonality, and that's survival. At the end of the day, it's all about survival. Well, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. That's my time. I am Turbo the CEO. The message tonight: morality and individual reality as it relates to killing the ego. Start practicing killing the ego. You're missing out on opportunities. You're missing out on blessings. You're missing out on things that can be beneficial to you because you have a chip on your shoulder, because your ego is too big to say, hey, I want help. Your ego is too big. You need help in every area known that is possible. Every area. Mental, spiritual, physical. Ego too big to go see a psychologist. Ego too big to reach out to a social worker. Ego too big to reach out to family and let them know that you're suffering. Speak up. Closed mouths do not get fed. That is a principle. Grab your bootstraps, lace your boots, drop the ego, hit the pavement running. Get out there and do what you need to do. Open your mouth, say something. Your life depends on it. You need help, ask. You need prayer, ask. You need family, ask. Everything is not always about money. People with money have problems also. It's not always about money. People are burning up and dying inside because of ego. Drop the ego. This is your host. I'm signing off. Turbo the CEO. One love to each and every last one of you. Y'all stay prayed up. Stay tuned for Tuesday's show. I see you, Auntie. Be humble. But y'all need to realize that in being humble, you can't call yourself humble. You can't do that. And it's 2024. We're gonna say in 2024, if you're humble, you're not gonna call yourself humble anymore. It's for others to call you humble. It's for others to call you humble, not yourself. You calling yourself humble isn't being humble at all. Think about that. Or I'm humble. No, you're not. That's an arrogant trait. Commonly used amongst narcissists. Well, look, man, it's always a great time. I enjoy doing this for you and getting these words out to you who's paying attention, who's watching. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and other hosting podcast sites coming soon. Thank you for tuning in this week. See you on Tuesday. Then I'm gonna see you on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then back on Sunday. So it's gonna be a busy week. I'm gonna be here, and I'm gonna enjoy sending the message and giving the message to you guys. Thank you again. Salute. Cheers to everyone. And take the time to have a laugh. Laugh, man. Laugh some more. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. I love you. Peace.